If you are a Dragon Ball FighterZ content creator, or you play Dragon Ball FighterZ, before this video goes any farther, I challenge you to make your own tier list based on the entire cast of who you think is fun to play for you. I want to see this. I am talking to Dr. Blue, talking to Lorna, Lotus.Score, Dr. Dory, Wolfmonger, all of them. If you see manage to catch this video and you see this and you want to take up this challenge, please, I am intrigued to see who you feel is fun and who you feel is not. With that being said, let's get right to the video. How's it going, TV? It's your boy ZG here, and well, we got a tier list that we were gonna make today, and this is I'm gonna be straight honest. This was a random idea I decided to do when I was messing around looking at some old clips that I did on Dragon Ball FighterZ on my Switch. And I was like, alright, I play a lot of these characters. I don't play them very effectively, nor do I if I ever showcase my skills with them on the channel. But I play a good portion of them, and with the recent release of Super Saiyan 4 with Vegeta, I figured it's about time I sit down and basically say who I feel is fun, who I feel is not. This is literally what I feel, what my opinion is on who I feel is fun to me personally. This is not who's better. This is not, oh, this character's broken, this character's bad. No, it's simply based on how fun I feel they are, based on their combos, based on their assists, based on the team synergy that I personally have come across. Because I'm not a pro player, I'm no real competitive player in the game, so I don't know enough about every character, but this is based on what I have found out just through messing around with them in training mode. But that being said, we're going to break this down in 5 tiers. Top tier being the fun to play, being just below that is I enjoy them, so-so, try them but and then not fun. I'm hoping no one's going to be in the bottom one, but we'll see. We're going to go in order. I'm going to start here with Android 16. Now, Android 16, I'm gonna be real, he's a grappler, and from I don't have much fighting game experience, but from playing like a little bit of Street Fighter 5, most of Dragon Ball FighterZ and Smash, grapplers really haven't resonated too well. I don't hate 16, but in my personal opinion, he's not my cup of tea personally as a character. However, his assist, especially with his B assist, A assist even for that matter, extremely fun to use, extremely crazy with the combo potential. And when I have messed around with him with the little bit I have, he is fun, but again, not my cup of tea. So I'm gonna have to put him up here in the I enjoy them, but he's not the cream of the crop. Right. Now, Android 17, initially when he released, I didn't really know how to feel. The character was interesting to say the least. He had a very interesting record system. His barrier was different to that of 18s that I have been used to using. He was fun, I will not lie, but he was never really my cup of tea. But recently, even season 3, he got some adjustments. He liked to make his record system be done in the air. I've messed around with it since that buff, and honestly, he's extremely fun more now than he was. I still played him in the past before he got this buff, but I play him more now than I did back then. So 100% fun to play. I mess around with him more times than not, and I'll probably be messing around with him again in training right after I'm done with the video. Let's be real. Now, Android 18. Now, since I started playing on the Switch version, because yes, I play Switch version, yes, I am one of the few players who have stuck to Switch since its beta. And one of the characters that I've started playing was Beerus, Teen Gohan, and Android 18. She is the only character that has remained a constant on any team. If anyone has ever played me in Dragon Ball FighterZ, you know if I have a team, she's more likely than not is on the team, unless I feel like playing just a random ass team that I just throw together. So, Android 18. I am partially biased because I really love using the character. I've been experimenting more with her grabs since the grabs have gotten nerfed since to where they used to be. So she's not, the grabs aren't the best. I'm not so sure about her barrier assist. I haven't used it as much as I used to, because I do now use to stuck with this over her barrier. Her combos, I'm still working on her loops. Loops are fun. Shout out to Dr. Blue for showing that video. I'm still practicing that. I've gotten her rage jump down, which has been, at least to my knowledge, was known as the hardest rage jump to get. It might be someone harder, like maybe or Vegeta now that they dropped out. But I've got her rage jump down. She's fun to use. Staple on my team. Anytime you ever see me playing fighters, she's more than likely going to be on it. So 100%, just pure bias-wise, fun to play, no questions asked. Android 21 is a very interesting case as well, since I have actually used her. She was actually on my very first main team, which was comprised of Android 18, Android 21, and Goku Black. Android 21, really fun to use. I've been messing around with her combo structure. I don't know enough about the character. I mean, I understand her basic B&Bs, and I don't know her reach jump and stuff like that. But geez, her sister fun. I more so use her A assist than her B assist. I'm just gonna point out, I'm not gonna talk about C assist. I do not like C assist. I will never touch a C assist. I've seen it when they first drop, but I don't use them. So don't expect me to harbor on the C assist. I hate C assist, but I don't like C assist. It's weird. But Android 21, fun character, but in my personal opinion, she's kind of sitting in the same spot as 16 for me. Mainly due is like, I want, like, as someone who plays Android 18, I want that corner. I want that pressure in the corner. And Android 21, while she has pressure in the corner, her strongest suit is her 50-50 cross-up mix-up in mid-screen with R3, which I have not practiced, so honestly, maybe that will change if I decide to mess around with that concept a bit. But as it stands, I do enjoy him, but she doesn't rank as highly as 17 and 18. Now, Bardock. If you've played me in fighters, you know my feelings on the character. I don't hate him as a character. In the show, in Xenoverse 2, I don't hate him. But in all honesty, I couldn't stand using him in Dragon Ball FighterZ. I couldn't stand to use him. I didn't like his LML, this mashing the lights. It didn't fit me. But I cannot deny that since I've kind of stopped playing online, I've been playing the character. He's actually kind of fun. I won't lie to you. But that auto combo just hits different for some reason, and I don't understand why. In general, like, I'm not gonna put him like up here with 17 and 18. 100% not doing that. But he's not SSO, so he's similar to that. He's actually gonna be slightly above 21, and I do mean by a very small margin, simply due to just because I like the character as a whole. I hate aspects of his kit, but I can't change that, so I gotta learn to deal with it. Now, yes, love the character to bits, but what is that hitbox on that standing light? I will never understand. Plus, why is his orb so bad? Like, I don't know. The character is extremely fun to use, but I really cannot use him enough without feeling restricted in a way. Like, I've seen Just Relax, because I've seen a lot of other viewers players use him, and they make him look insane. And maybe just my skill level as a player in fighters, but I don't know. I love using him, but he's kind of fallen from grace for me a bit. Like, back in beta, I loved using him to go on Android 18 so much, but out of all three of those, he's fallen the lowest, and surprisingly. It's not all because of his orbs or his life, as I have mentioned, but it's just, I don't know. Like, I guess I'm used to characters who can can't jump cancel off their down heavy in the air, which he can't, so maybe that's a part of it. I don't know. It's a mixture of weird feelings that I can't really convey easily without without extensive more research on the character. Based on my current information and current knowledge of him, I'm gonna have to stick him unknowingly in as so because I don't hate him, I don't love him. He's kind of fallen from grace. Dbs Broly is in a weird spot. Fun character. but why I cannot understand his combo structure for the life of me. I do not. I've known the basic ones. That's like the basic V&Vs, but he just like his combo structure as a whole just never seemed to click. I don't know if it's just me or if I just haven't given him enough time. Maybe I'll mess around with him a little bit, but I don't know. The character as of right now, I have messed with him a good portion when he dropped, a little bit here and there after that. But as it stands, he's kind of nah. He is a fun character, but I just cannot understand his combo structure enough to fully say, oh, I really enjoy him, or he's even not much for SOs, like up there with Beerus and like SOSOs. Like, I don't know. And funny enough, his DBZ counterpart, not fun to me. Now, don't get me wrong, combo structure is interesting to deal with, but I just much similar to 816, I'm not much of a grappler, which Broly, basically both Broly's tend to are in a sense grapplers, but DBZ Broly plays in a way that I just can't get behind. It's more zoning, like very like. At least what I've seen offensive ones as well. So don't get me wrong. He's not just a zoner. I've seen the damage he does when limit break is in effect, and it's just disgusting. Makes me fearful of running into him. But in all honesty, DBZ Broly in terms of fun, not for me. 100% down at the bottom for me. No questions. Now, Captain Ginyu is a very interesting topic, as I barely, and I will still say to this day, I have barely touched the character. I just don't like the character as a whole, especially not even from the show. I haven't messed with him enough in fighters, but I've seen what he can do. I've seen a lot of what he can do, and it's scary, much similar to DBZ Broly and Dbs Broly for that matter. But for me, Captain Ginyu, like, you would think, oh, I play Android 18, like what this MT calls, you'd think, oh, Ginyu would be up my alley. But the funny thing is, I have given it a shot every so often, but it's, I don't know, I feel like I'm more confused like Ginyu than anything. It's not like with Dbs Broly where I just fully don't understand him. I feel like I'm just more confused, like I feel like I'm more overwhelmed by what I'm dealing with than anything else. So at the current state, without me having without me giving him more time, he will be in the same tier as Dbs Broly, but will be higher up simply because it's not that I'm confused about him. I don't understand him. It's more like I'm just confused. I'm sidetracking myself. No words here. Cell, okay. I've messed around with Cell, and he's interesting enough, and he's got extremely good mix, combo structure. I understand his corner loops to an extent, but I'll be real with you, he's not exactly my kind of character. I don't hate him. I play with him for fun every once in a while, just talking about a random team, but he's kind of like Beerus in a way. He's kind of like I messed around with him a lot, but then he's kind of fallen off. I would use him for a while, and he's like, I don't know about you anymore. It's kind of like, what is this? I don't know. I don't know how Cell players can continue to use him after everything he's been through and how that comes structure. I don't understand it, but I enjoy watching it. If that makes sense. He's right there with Beerus, and the fact of the matter is, I messed with the character. I did enjoy him, but he's fallen down in terms of how I feel in terms of fun. Cooler. Okay. This is going to be a bit of a sticker with Cooler. And this is true for all GP characters for that matter. And I'm not going to, outside of like Beerus, but I was in a sticker where I was trying to stick to one combo structure with Android 18, and I need a DP character. Like the way I thought about Android 18 needed DPs. You need a DP character to really make her combo structure work, and that is I still hold that is true. And I would suggest a Cooler. Now, his combo structure is fun to use. I will not deny this, but his block strings are another matter. Maybe it's just me. I just don't understand how you do a block string with the Cooler, but I've never fully grasped it. I don't know. Cooler is got a fun combo structure, weird block strings, has DP, which I personally helps with Android 18 as far as I'm concerned. But honestly, he's gonna stick to it. I think he's gonna slightly like slightly above Cell and S in the S or so tier, simply due to the fact that I enjoy his combo structure a bit more than I do Cell's. But the funny thing is, what Cell has over him, in terms of my opinion, is his block streak, like what he has on block. And Vidal might have something crazy, like depending on what assist you use. But I mean, as a standalone character, something that I really can't like work with. Now, Frieza is like completely 180 from his brother. 100% extremely fun to play. The only gripe I have with Frieza is that A assist, and it's mainly due to the fact that it's just the timing with when I'm using Android 18 or whatever character I'm trying to use it. I'm still messing with the character, trying to understand how that assist works. I'm more time now than ever. I'm really dissecting how the characters operate, their movesets, their assists, trying to fully comprehend how the character is meant to be played and how it's meant to be used. I don't go online that much, so I spend a lot of time in training mode, but this is helping me in a way that I feel like, oh, I need to understand his character better, so let me just sit down with him, mess around, like do what I know, and then experiment. In Frieza, I have a lot of fun experimenting with his assist, as well as using his as a character. I know his Golden Frieza Sparking Loop, at least the corner version. I'm still working on the mid-screen one. I've actually been practicing that recently. But the only reason I really don't play Frieza is I haven't, like, at least to me, I haven't found strong synergy with Ancient 18. But I would be remiss saying I would not put him on a secondary team. Okay, Gogeta Blue. Love the character as a whole. When I saw the Dbs Broly movie, saw Gogeta Blue for the first time, I was ecstatic. It was crazy. I loved the movie. Character fun as hell. Combo structure incredible. Block strings is probably more than I understand. So I will say 100%, no question. I 100% enjoy the character. Very fun to use. Combo structure is crazy, as well as the block strings. Now, adult Gohan. Okay. You might be thinking that since I play Android 18, that adult Gohan would be a no-brainer for putting him as a big character because of DP, and as well he has the level up system and as well as that. But I don't know. Like I love using the character. He's fun, but not my cup of tea. Annoying. Okay. So first off, there's you might have just noticed a cut there. Some things happened in the background, so I had to, for a moment, pause the recording so I can get back to it. Now, last thing I was talking about was adult Gohan here. Now, I don't exactly remember what I said, but just to I'm gonna quickly just raise over him real quick so we can keep moving on. Adult Gohan, in a sense, to me, is what like I think it was Touch. Was Touch Color? I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. It's been a while, but essentially, if you saw Adult Gohan before season 3, for all these new assists, right? You would think, oh, he's like one of the main characters you can use for any team, and that was the case. Hell, even with this machine gun B assist, it's incredible as well. The problem, the main issue that I have with Adult Gohan is not that I hate his combos or his block strings or anything like that. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I don't hate him. I don't hate him as a character. I love how he plays. I love everything about him. But I don't know. I feel like when I'm playing as Adult Gohan, I'm playing so one-track mind. I go for the same thing every time, going for the like loops, going for fastball conversion and mix-ups. It's like it feels like it's the same thing over and over. Granted, if you play a character and you only know a few things about the character, that's going to be the way no matter what. But I just feel that, at least from what I've seen of Gohan, it's pretty bland, in a sense. But I will say, at the end of the day, I do enjoy him as a character. My only gripe is I personally feel like his combo structure is a bit bland to me. But there may be something out there I haven't seen before, and if that is the case, I look forward to seeing that. Now, Team Gohan. Love the character in the show. Love the character in the game. If, ignoring the fact of his light, because it's like I don't know. I love using the character. The only issue is when I'm trying to like do block strings. I don't know what it is, but I am so used to everyone else's how their like lights keep him grounded, or some characters keep like. I think for sure he's like one of the only characters to have the lights makes him go airborne, like in terms of like the second hit. And that throws me off. And yeah, I can like convert into like his legs and like block strings and stuff like that, and do that. But just the way his auto combo and his trauma structure at least in terms of the beginning, it's a bit different. It throws me off. Granted, I have gotten used to it to an extent as of late, so I'm getting more and more comfortable with the character, even though I technically played him at beta. Now, combo's crazy. It's light, there's a lot of combo, a nuisance if you fade fighting going against it, but fun if you're the one doing it. I mean, if Gohan fans can attest to that, I guarantee. But Team Gohan, love the character in the show. Honestly, in my personal opinion, best form of Gohan at all, bar none. But of course, that doesn't like. I do enjoy him, but I can't say he's fun to play. Like, if I had a tier like right between these two, 100% it'd be there. But I would have to say between fun to play and enjoying them, he would have to be, I believe, just slightly above adult Gohan. It's just like, not by much, but slightly. It's similar to how Bardock is slightly above 121. The margin is so thin, it's very noticeable, but it's there. Oh no. I did my quicker. Goku Black, the anchor of my first core team that I ever put together on Dragon Ball FighterZ. I even still use him to this day, not as frequently as I used to, but I still use the character. He is fun with his teleports, but the teleports that is something like I feel like they really should have. The teleport should like have a bit more lenience to them. At least the EX, because like you're spending half bar, but you're getting nothing. Like unless you have a strong enough assist to lock your opponent down, that your teleports are not even a factor. Like that is a problem that I really have. The fact that he can go from his 2S into 2H and 5H is great. It extends his combo structure a bit better. But the problem is, like when it comes to teleports, I don't even really see any Goku Blacks that I'm aware of who's used it, and if they do use it, not even 10 out of 10. You're not getting any punished for it, because unless you have again an assist that blocks them down, so you can freely teleport. As a character in the show, great, extremely fun, extremely cool. Loved how I didn't even though it's short. I loved the Goku Black arc. The problem is, again, those teleports need a little something. At least make it to where the EX has a hit that comes with it, similar to how they added a solar flare and a follow-up attack. Like if you do that, give it a follow-up attack. Unless you hold the version, and you can hold the button, you can actually do your own move. But if you don't hold heavy, you can get a hit. So at the very least, they have to respect at least the EX version. But we're not gonna go over what I feel like he needs to get buffed. Well, if y'all want to see like the character like buffs, like videos, let me know. I'll probably dive into that at some point. But in terms of how fun he is. I'm gonna be honest. He's gonna be so-so. Like, I don't know. It's similar to adult Gohan, where his combo structure is bland to an extent. Like, obviously, you got the EX teleport like combos when you get the 2H and stuff like that, but that's not a lot. And to me, it's like a so-so. It's like its combo structure is bland. Now you're thinking like, oh well, if your combo structure is bland, why is adult Gohan so much higher than Goku Black? Or why is Goku Black like on the so-so? It's mainly, it's not so much about the combo structure for me with Goku Black. It's more to the fact that one of his well, technically two of his tools, we want to talk about Command Ground, but one of his tools that he has is completely not even a factor in his game plan. Unless you cater a team around that idea, which is said for most characters, but I strongly feel like that's a big problem that I personally feel Goku Black has. Now I know I'm kind of sighing. I side one of these two characters. Ginyu gets a lot of hate, and I cannot stand this little rat. I hate fighting against him, and honestly, for a long up until like a little bit after he came out, I don't even like using him. I mean, I learned the Spirit Bomb conversions, and that was basically it. I played it for a bit, but then I got to the point I just didn't care. Like I don't. Like, I admit his beam assist before it got nerfed in the most recent patch. It was really good. It was one of the best beams in the game. But I didn't care about that. I didn't like it. If I'm gonna use a character just for assist, then I might as well put fucking Piccolo up there. But that doesn't work like that. Like, if I'm gonna use him just for their assist, but when I get down to playing them, if I don't have fun playing the character, why would I put him on my team? That's the way I'm seeing it. So I know this is completely bone cut dry here, but 100% tried him, but nah. But if this was pre-nerf, but due to being the nerfs, even though I have messed around with him with nerfs, don't get me wrong, but he's not fun. Not to me. It's just not to me. He's not fun to me to play as, and especially not fun to play against. But this is about who I feel I have fun using, not playing against, obviously. Because otherwise, he'd be like down in like some random tier that doesn't even exist in this world realm. Let's be real. Goku is honestly, aside from his like his Twitter loops and a few other little gimmicks that I've come across, really strong character, really fun character. Actually, he is one like. Honestly, if 4 character teams were a thing, this would probably be one of those teams. Because Goku is really fun. Like there's a little what is it? I guess gimmick. I wouldn't call it gimmick. I don't know. He looked like, what's the word for it off the top of my head? But essentially, like him, Cell and 18. I came across something very interesting with them that I already have a video being worked on. So it's like when I get that fully finalized, you guys will see what I'm going on about. But genuinely, aside if that even if that little trick wasn't a thing, still really fun to use, really good character. I feel he's underrated personally, but extremely fun. Super Saiyan Goku is, funnily enough, gonna be up in the I enjoy them. Not now. This probably isn't a surprise. Oh my god, Super Saiyan Goku's higher than Goku Black. This is basically any Dragon Ball FighterZ tier list. But the fact of the matter is, yes, he has similar, closely common structure to that of Goku Black. Not literally, but like you can say, oh, he has like not very much combos. But the problem is his EX moves have use, whereas Goku Black's really don't. Aside from his EX dot slicing. But Super Saiyan Goku, aside from his tune, which honestly I messed with the tune recently, and it's not even as bad as the people say it is. It's still really good. It reaches very far, and honestly, I'm looking at him as a potential anchor for a team. Right now, not sure, but Super Saiyan Goku as a just borderline fun, 100% I enjoy them, but I wouldn't say he's extremely fun to play. Okay, you are Goku. We all know he got one of the hardest, like I wouldn't even say the harshest nerf, like they just Kid Buu, but one of the hardest nerfs in his most recent. Literally, this whole last patch was him nerfed to the ground. When he came out, loved using the character. Really enjoyed them. His combos were simple to use. His DP was absurd. It's like. And he had a bit of a different like play to the other Goku. Like you got the basic BMVs like Super Saiyan Goku, base Goku, but then when you look at UI Goku, he's a bit more to him. And the thing about it is, because that a little bit more to you would think, oh, I enjoyed playing, and I'll be real, I did enjoy playing him for a time. But as time gone on, I got bored. It happens with a lot of these characters that in the game. I play around with them. I give them a good chance, but then I end up getting really bored by just playing as them because it feels like I'm doing the same thing over and over. But in terms of like general fun, I won't put him. He's not up here in Android, but I will say at the very least, he goes up higher than Cooler does. But he was not as fun, not as high as Siberis. Now, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but actually, not you, Base Coke. The one thing I do not like, the reason I do not find him fun, is everything I see surrounding this character is revolving around Spirit Bomb. I get it. It's a strong super. It's hard to convert. Only certain characters can help you convert it into it. There's a way to convert it into him solo. But I'm gonna be honest. I see it so much that I just cannot bring myself to play the character. And when I have messed around with him, I will admit he is fun. But not fun. He was fun when I used him. But seeing this, like seeing everything revolving around him in Spirit Bomb, it just killed the vibe of the character. And I just really cannot play as the character because of that reason. It hurt, like, because every time I do it, it's like, oh well, why do all this when I can just Spirit Bomb, you know? I like to play characters who are innovative. You can do something different with. And Base Goku, yes, you can do that. There are ways around the whole Spirit Bomb. You don't have to. You don't have to do Spirit Bomb. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. But that's what, that's what really works with the character. So why wouldn't I default to that? And the problem with that is, I won't say he's he's down here with not fun, but I will put him so. He's not the bottom. He's not the bare bottom. He's a lot more fun than Broly is, 100%. But if it wasn't so much that I've seen so much about Spirit Bomb, I feel like the character would be higher. Sure. Now, Gotenks, I have given a lot of time to. Really love the character. The character is obnoxious in this series, but let's be real, that's his whole personality. To be completely honest, I don't think I've spent enough time with him in Season 3 to fully understand what he's capable of. Now, obviously, he got his machine gun kick, or whatever. What is it? I don't know the names of him because I don't mess with him that often. So I'm going to say I enjoy him, but I can't say he's fun to play, as a fact I haven't given him enough time. And that's no one's fault but my own. Still, cool character overall. Now, hits straight up into the Trident, but not like similar to that of what was it? To Ginyu and Dbs Broly, can't understand the structure of the combos. They don't confuse me as much as it doesn't confuse me as much as Dbs Broly does. So he'll be a little bit higher. But the fact of the matter is, I just can't understand it enough. I can't understand the combo structure enough to fully say, oh, he's fun to play. I'll admit, his assists are incredible. Supers are insane. He's got the shotgun for all intents and purposes. But it's not enough to put him any higher on the list for me personally. Now, Janemba. Now, this is something I don't remember what was it. What was it? I don't blanking. But funny thing about Janemba is, the character is extremely fun to use. Like, I will say this 100%. Like, he's up here and fun to play, and no questions asked. Because he was on a secondary team I was working on. I think it was him and Blue Cheetah, but I can't remember the third character off the top of my head. No, it was Blue Cheetah, Janemba, Yamcha. That's what the team I was working around. And honestly, yes, it was not a very optimal team at the time. And it was extremely fun. I still mess around with the team ever so often. But in terms of a character overall, very fun. His supers are amazing. And seeing, Super Saiyan Vegeta against him in the Ginyu movie, one of the best fights I've ever personally. one of the best fights that I've seen up to this point. Honestly though, Dbs Broly versus Vegeta Blue, better, but we're not gonna talk on that right now. But 100% very fun character. Love using him. Now, Jiren is in a bit of a weird spot for me personally. I have messed around with the character extensively since he came out. I've messed around with him. I've recently figured out how to do his mid-screen reach jump. Like, I'm not saying like the stand heavy. Like I'm saying like oh you do like crush light to stand light and then it's there as medium. Like, I figured that out because I saw literally was Coach Steve doing it, so I've started practicing that. Now, the character itself, very cool in the show. Very cool overall. It's just, and the fact that it got buffed, even better, 100% better. And I would even go so far as to put him not up here as fun to play, because I will say he is fun. I want to put him all the way up here. He's gonna be higher than everyone else on the Jordan tier list, simply because of the fact, because we're not like. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It's completely because of doing is try something. Like, let's be real. You go like me and my friend Bebo, we were in a fitness call, and he wanted to go online, and literally anytime he wanted me to use Jiren, I used Jiren. I couldn't help myself by saying, "Oh, try something." Like, because the character is so fun in that aspect, because like it's a meme at that point. But honestly, he's fun, but not fun enough to hit the fun to play tier. Sadly, maybe soon. We'll give it time. Now Kepler. Okay, I know Dr. Blue harps on the character, enjoys her to the fullest, and I love her from the show as well. The problem is, I would have preferred it was Kale. 100% I would have preferred it was Kale, but then again, we would have probably had another Broly clone. But I understand that. I understand Kepler was more was more preferred in terms of characters. I don't even think Kale was even an option. But as far as in terms of fun, I want to say, honestly, if I would say if I didn't if I had similar to Gotenks, if I'd given her a little bit more, put her a little more time into her, she might end up passing. But let me think that. Oh, there. She's gonna be slightly above Gotenks. I started thinking I put a lot of time into both of these characters, but I haven't put I feel like I put more time into Kepler than I did into Gotenks. Because I've seen a lot of Dr. Blue videos, I've seen a lot of people using the character online. She's extremely fun. Yes, you can do the Spirit Ball combo. We all know how that works. But just I don't know. I think one little issue I have, and this is just me nitpicking at this point, is when I see her light, I think Vegeta. I'm not even gonna lie, I think Vegeta lights, and that scares me. But genuinely fun character. I really do enjoy them. I hope to actually be able to play. I'm probably planning to play with them more. Okay, not fun. 100%. Majin Buu, no, sorry. I can't even stress it enough. I do not like the character. She was good in the show. Fun fight versus Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Vegeta, but I cannot use the character in FighterZ. I do not like him in FighterZ. He's just not fun to me at all. Funny enough, he drops I wish I could put these two on top, above each other, something like this, right? But I can't, because that's how close these two are. These two are neck and neck, 100% even in terms of how much I do not find them fun. But in terms of which one is less fun than the other, Majin Buu. Majin Buu completely is on the bottom of the tier. I know I said GT Goku was, but Majin Buu, sorry, you're down there. You're down there. You're down there. 100% you're down there. Krillin. So he's gonna be mid tier. So kind of. I'm sorry. He's kind of so to me. It's more to the fact that I just don't understand his block streams. So I guess in a similar sense, I will put him right here around Cooler's area. Mainly, I just don't understand his block streams. I do not understand his block streams, or that for that matter. In reality, I don't really understand Beerus' block streams for that matter. I do understand you had Goku, so I guess you could put you had Goku higher than Beerus in that instance, if we're going with block streams alone. But Krillin has a very fun combo structure that most characters don't get. And the fact that he has a level 3 super that works with it, He appears in the level 2 Super with the Android 18 Japanese 18. Love it. Enjoy it, great, but it's not enough for you to play him. Plus, he got a beam assist, so he's up there. Like the character, but he's not up there enough for me. Now, Majin Buu. Tried him, but straight up gonna be completely honest. Majin Buu is, in my personal opinion, he is confusing until you start messing around with him. Because I was actually talking with Out the Blue on Twitter about it, and like you mentioned how the synergy between him and Android 18, and I will not lie, they have synergy. They do have synergy. I think I just need to give more time with Majin Buu before I can say, oh yes, I can do this. I can work with this character. This character's fun. I think it's more time. Well, you're saying like, oh, if I need more time, then why isn't he up here with Kepler and Goku Black? I need more time with them as well. It's simply due. It's simply due because I just haven't I feel like I've not explored him enough. That's the thing. I've explored both Kepler and Goku enough to understand their moveset, but Majin Buu I have not. So I can't, okay, if I'm saying that, then I really can't put him down there. Okay, if I'm putting him there, I tried him, but if you tried him, then you all know his moveset. So I guess in that instance, I'll put him up just above Goku Black in the social tier, 100%. I don't know, Majin Buu is just something I can't really, I don't know, I feel like I need to learn more. I might pick Dr. Blue's brain at some point. See just why he is so on about this character. I want to know. If you guys have your thoughts on any of the characters and where I placed them, and like why they should be higher or should be lower, let me know in the comments section below. I am 100% open to any and all opinion to this. 100% this is 100% opinion. So. Master Roshi. Okay. I enjoy the character. Actually, no, hold on. I do enjoy the character, and he is actually very fun to play. Actually, I'm gonna put him all the way up here. He is at the top of the I enjoy them tier simply because of how his combo structure is so different than everyone else's. His super dash is different, which I have a hard time getting used to that. I'm not gonna be honest. I am gonna be honest. I tried his super dash is still something I'm trying to get used to. Very fun character. I swear if I could just understand him better about his super dash, he would be right up here behind Ginyu. Maybe even taking Ginyu's spot. Instead of pushing Ginyu down. But because I'm still trying to figure out how his super dash works 100%, he slightly is pushed out of the front plate here. And I mean it's literally it's like very small, a very small gap, not even visible to make it eye. You gotta use like a microscope for that. Janemba, tried him, but nah. I get it. Bum uses him. I know a lot of people do. I've seen gameplay of the character. I know he's got a lot of crazy conversion with the Saiyan. I just can't use him. Now, he's going to be up higher, I think he's going to be on the top of the Trident but not tier, simply due to the fact that, unlike these other three, whereas I'm confused by how they work, I can actually understand how Nappa works to an extent. The only real problem is, I just can't find it fun, so that's just how it is. Now, if we're going based on just assist alone, hello, you're fun to play, Piccolo. His combos are fun, but his block strings are something else. It's probably due to just not having enough time or looking up enough information. If I need to, I'll look up more everything else stuff. If you know it, I think it's Apology Man. If anyone else know what Piccolo's, let me know. I actually do want to look more into the character. So if it just wasn't his block strings, he'd be fun to play 100%. But he's gonna be on the I enjoy them because of the fact that I just don't understand the block strings enough. Once I understand the block strings a bit more, he'll be probably pushed up into a play, no questions. Do we even need to talk about Baby? Super Baby 2. One of the funnest DLC characters to come out. I honestly, if like 17 wasn't a thing and 10 wasn't a thing, he would have been right up here. But I would say he's right behind Janemba. Right behind Janemba is like the fact that you can come off his orb, like his key blast to come back is so interesting, so fun to mess around with. Honestly, I feel like I don't use him enough. I feel like I do not use him enough. I'm gonna be real. I don't use him enough. But like honestly, in terms of every character on this fun to play tier right here, I think I use him more than I use Super Janemba. So he's actually the passive Janemba. Okay. So yeah, favorite way too. Character, literally love him. Really love the character. Sorry to everyone who loves Tien though. Nah, he's actually gonna be right up. He's gonna be right here above. Now, I don't hate the character. I only hate one mechanic, and this is like earlier. Like I was just nitpicking a little bit. It's just I just don't like him losing health. I get it. Trades health for damage. I understand the mechanic. I know why it's there. I don't particularly like it, which is one of the major reasons I don't use him. But I understand why people do use the character. If he's anchored with left break, with any amount of meter, you're taking damage, no matter what. Even with that basic combo, you're taking mad damage. So mad props to anyone who uses the character. I just can't use it simply due to the fact I just don't like him losing health. That's the only thing, and that's pushing it. Trunks, I really enjoy him. I really enjoy it. Seeing I love watching Lotus Asakura's Trunks so much. It's such a fun character to play as. So fun to use. He's actually going to be right above Team Gohan in terms of how much I enjoy them. He's really fun to play too, but not like he's like the thing is, there's something I need to make. I want to make clear. Like Jiren, Bardock, in 2021, Gogeta, like all of like from Janemba to Team Gohan, their margin of how much I enjoy them are so close that you could easily you could put Team Gohan all the way up here, right? But like it's such a close gap. It's hard to like argue who's better than who's not, in terms of how much I enjoy them. So it really, in terms of these five, like these six here, sorry, I know math. In terms of these six, 100% love each and every character, but he's just not enough. He's fun, but it's just not enough to make it up to the top picture for me. Now, against my own better judgment and how much I like the assist, because Big Bang assist, it's not the best, not the worst. It can be better, but in terms of a scale of 1 to 10, I mean, I would not give you a 3, 100%. To be honest with Vegeta. Honestly, I think he's right up. Like, I wish I could put again, similar to how Kid Buu and Vegeta Goku. I wish I could put him and Trunks on the exact same, like one of them like this, right? That's how much I want to do it. But it's gonna be right above Trunks, not by again, small margin. Nothing against any of the characters. Super Saiyan Vegeta is going to actually be above yours. I get it. His AS is crazy. His AS is actually slept on as far as I'm concerned. The character is fun. The only real issue I have is it's just the annoyance of that dive kick that he has. This is a similar prep that I'll have John trying to get to him. But Super Saiyan Vegeta, very fun character, but I just can't. I just can't. He's not down here. I still use him. Like, it's not like these five who aren't used. He is still used. He's actually been used more than Beerus. Heck, I actually used him and Beerus on the same team. Because I found a little neat trick with these two that I actually might make a video on at some point as well. Honestly, really good. He's just not there. Just not there yet. Base Vegeta is a very interesting topic as far as characters are concerned. Now, let's be real. I do enjoy him. I love his loops. I love his block strings. I love his combo structure. So, on honesty, he's going to be above 21. Actually, no. Sorry. He's going to be above Jiren, actually. Simply the fact, like I said, how from Jiren to Gohan, the margin is so small you can't even, you barely can see it. the margin widens here, like between Base Vegeta and Jiren. The margin widens. Both of them, like between Jiren and Vegeta, both are very fun characters. I just feel like in terms of out of the Vegetas, he's honestly actually we're going out of Vegetas then. Honestly, sorry, he's better. He's worse than in terms of how much I enjoy them. He's worse than Vegeta, but honestly though, honestly, if they were just not, if the other characters were like Roshi, 16, Piccolo weren't up here, I feel like he would probably would have made it up here. Honestly, so like maybe this will change in FighterZ 2 or Season 4. We'll see. He may end up higher. Nope. Yep. Yeah. Sorry. Not sorry, really. Vegito. I don't like. I don't like the character. I've tried the combo. Maybe it's because I don't fully understand the combo structure, but he is just not fun to me. He's not fun in the slightest, and I don't understand why. People can play the character. I don't get it. I try to comprehend it as much as I can, but it's just not fun to me. I don't understand what appeal he has, and I'm probably gonna anger so many people because of this. But it's just what I feel like in my personal opinion. Maybe Vegeta Mage, you can shine some light on this. Maybe you can tell me why you feel he is extremely fun. Maybe there's something I don't know about him. But as it now stands, I don't find him fun in the slightest. A character I find extremely fun, however, is going right up here. Vidal. Arguably noted as one of the worst characters due to having a dodge instead of reflect. And I want to quickly harp on this really for a brief second, right? I don't care if he has no reflect. Yes, you're forced to take a bit more of a mix due to not being able to reflect your opponent off. But the dodge has its value in and of itself. The character is extremely fun and has a lot of damage. Her block strength leaves more to be desired in some instances, but still, with the right team backing her up, she can be a powerhouse. Honestly, if we're going to base it off in terms of viability and who I feel like who's the best characters, who's the worst characters, I put her high A tier, maybe even S tier, 100%. Like I'm being straight up honest. Like she is extremely fun, and we should have put it out there. Pigtail Vidal, best Vidal, no questions asked. That's not even enough for debate. Well, wait, it is, but I don't feel like it is. Let's be honest. Yamcha. I just don't like it. Okay. This is gonna be hard to explain a little bit, but I don't like his assist, but I like his assist in the same instance. His A assist was just one of the ones he had the longest. The only one you could use until the more assist the multi-assist option. Excuse me, came out. And Yamcha, I do enjoy the character, but I just don't enjoy him enough. Honestly though, in terms of characters I enjoy, like, I have to say he's right here below Super Saiyan Goku, and that's, again, small margin, not big of a gap between those two. Honestly, these two could change spots at any time. Hell, if I give more time to these two, they could streak past them, but we'll see. Now Zamasu, you're gonna probably hold on, first off, there's a discrepancy here. Zamasu, honestly, let's say, let me order right here. Honestly, Zamasu, very fun. His key blast is not good. Yes, oh my god, love Zamasu. I get it. I see it and I hear it. He doesn't need it. I really don't think Zamasu needs buffs. And I might just be speaking because I don't play him a lot and I don't main the character. But as my personal opinion, from what I've seen and what I've been able to do myself, I don't feel like he needs it. Yes, his key blast doesn't kill crouchers, but that's fine. He has enough. He has plenty of tools to work around that. The character is. I feel like he's being slept on because everyone feels like he needs a buff. He needs a buff. He doesn't need a buff. And I will preach that to the end, from here to Kingdom Come. He doesn't need a buff. He's a very fun character. Honestly, if you haven't played Zamasu, because of everyone saying he's bad or needs a buff, Genuinely, take him into training mode, take him online, and just mess around. I feel like you'll have a change of heart, and if you don't, it's fine. You can come back to the city, and you can yell at me, say, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't play competitive. You don't play online. I'll hold the L. I will hold the L, 100%. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Okay, why let the last character? Because I am running out of things to say. I'm gonna be real. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, 100%. Again, similar to that of Vegeta, Goku, and Kid Buu. Similar to that of Trunks and Vegeta. Can I please put them like this? Like 100%, please. Like, him and Baby are so fun. So fun. His comic structure is easy to understand. The DP getting Dragon Ball that's just funny, and I mean, let's be honest, who doesn't look for Shenmue at least once in their life playing this game? Let's be real. It's keeping us having some pretty good tracking. The fact that you can just one tap you from with level 3 is hilarious. Trust me, I've tried. I will not deny. I've tried going for it. Yes, it's kind of inevitable when you play the character. You kind of got to go for it at least once. So the character is extremely fun. Love playing as him. Love him to bits. Honestly, between him and Super Baby 2 can easily be interchanged. And I just noticed we did almost an hour recording. What is this? And but yeah, that is actually going to 100% wrap up this tier list. There's the characters I find fun in Dragon Ball FighterZ. If you guys want to see a tier list in terms of who I feel is the best characters, and worst characters, and mid tier, low tier, high tier, all that kind of stuff. If you want to see tier lists in terms of any, and just in general, let me know down in the comments down below. I do have another tier list in mind that I want to make. It's just going to take some time getting it all set up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you will get notified about any future videos that I do upload. With that being said, I'll catch y'all later.